Hello friends, welcome to Edupedia. In this video, we will discuss about blogs. So what is blog? A blog is a short for web blog is a modern online writer's column. A blog is a website like any other, but it is intended to offer personal opinions of people on their hobbies, interests, commentaries, photoblogs, etc. Initially, blogs started out as online personal diaries, but in a technology-driven world, now they have been also taken up by businesses as an informal method of communicating with customers and clients. So the blogs can also be used for commercial purposes too. Absolutely anyone can start a blog, but some people make reasonable incomes by selling advertising on their blog pages. Social network companies now realize how popular blogs are, and many offer free blog space. That is, as an example, it's MySpace. Another feature of popularizing a blog is the ability of visitors to add comments to the stories. So you can start your blogging in two way. There is free blog hosting. That is, do not need to a server to start your own blog. There are plenty of free open source blogging software you can install. For example, WordPress and Movable Type. Another is paid blogging. Another way is when a company provides you a limited amount of space or a column on their website, and the blogger has to pay the same till the time he is using the available space. Types of blogs. There are millions of blogs on the web. They are categorized into these types: personal blogs, news and views, company blogs, microblogs. So what is personal blog? By far the most popular among all types of blogs is the personal blog. After all, blogging started off as a way of giving words to your thoughts. A typical blogger may be keen on posting stories about his interest, news and views. These days, we find a number of news and television companies having professional journalists who post stories and views about the latest events. Visitors can comment their opinions as well. BBC is a popular example of the same. Company blogs. Many companies run blogs to let their customer and clients know about the new products coming up or progress being made on some project. Microblogs. This is a new type of blog where you post very short comments that others can follow and on a popular way of professional to keep in touch with each other. Twitter is the best example. Now it's time for bloggers. Those days are now a thing of past when journalists had only pen and papers or specific websites to write on, because now they have websites and blogs on which they can express their views. A person who writes a blog is simply known as a blogger. Associating this to this social networking website allows you to get viewers and readers who would then promote this amongst other people. A good blogger should keep a few things in mind, and these are: write unique but meaningful content, keep trying the language simple and concise, and incorporate some surprise elements. Find a topic that would intrigue your readers or an issue that people are looking for more information. Remember to be original. So your content must be unique and authentic. This will increase the credibility. Don't make it boring. Avoid cliches. Keep your writing informal, if possible funny or quirky, and create a perfect balance between keeping the mood light and professional enough to suggest you're serious about your matter. মানে তোমার লেখার মধ্যে একটা কাজেরও জিনিস থাকবে and কিছু ফানি থটস or something like একটু এন্টারটেইনিং জিনিসপত্র থাকতে হবে যাতে লোককে অ্যাট্রাক্ট করতে পারো. Knowing your topic is good but not enough. You need to express it in a right way and communicate properly to your readers. Write crisp, short, active sentences with powerful verbs. Ensure that your content is error-free. Proofread and edit your work meticulously, and only when you are satisfied with it, hit the publish button. The title is the crux of any content. Your best quality content will hold no meaning if the title itself is not catchy. The first thing readers notice is the headline. You have to tempt them open the link and leave satisfied but still wanting to know more about the other blogs. This eventually increases your traffic to your site. Now let's come to advantages of blogging. We can work on blog anytime and anywhere in the world. All you need is your laptop or a desktop computer and wireless internet services. You are your own employee. When blogging, you can blog anytime you want to, whenever you think of something that is relevant to your blog. As a blogger, you are flexible and can choose to write about anything in the world as long as it benefits you and benefits your opinions and thoughts process. Very quick and easy to set up. No, do not need much technical knowledge. Easy and quick to update or add new posts. People can leave comment on your blog and you can comment on other person blogs too. Now let's come to the disadvantages of blogging. You need to be patient because you don't start earning in a single day. Readership takes time to develop within people. Blogging is time consuming. You need to be disciplined. Finding time to write regular updates can be more to become a core. You need to very active as a blogger so that people can read your blog posts. If for example, if you fall ill, you won't be able to blog and this would result in losing followers. As you know the public to everyone, you need to put a check on your language. There are many very dull blogs around. You may have to look at many more before you find some worth reading. Now let's come to URL. So what is URL? URL or Uniform Resource Locator. Uniform Resource Locator are the web browser addresses of internet pages and files. It is the way to locate a file or document in the internet. The URL specifies the address of a file, and every file on the internet has a unique address. It works with IP addresses to give a name, location to web pages, web software such as browser. Use the URL to retrieve a file from the computer on which it resides. So what is the format of the URL? সো দেখো এখানে একটা ইউআরএল প্রোটোকল মানে ইউআরএল এর একটা ফরম্যাট দেওয়া হয়েছে। সো ফার্স্টে যেটাকে লেখা থাকে সেটা বলা হচ্ছে প্রোটোকল, যেমন লাইক এইচটিটিপি আমরা যেমন লিখি এই যে সেটা হচ্ছে প্রোটোকল। দেন আমরা সাইটের অ্যাড্রেসটা দিই, দেন সেটার পাথ দিই, দেন ফাইল নেম দিই। সো এভরি ইউআরএল হ্যাজ 3 পার্টস অফ অ্যাড্রেস আর ফাইল। প্রোটোকল উইচ এন্ডস উইথ এই ডাবল স্ল্যাশটা, ঠিক আছে, এই ডাবল স্ল্যাশটা দিয়ে এন্ড করা হয়। Host computer which ends the web extension such as .com, .org, etc. like .company, .organization একটা হোস্ট নেম দিয়ে করা হয়। ফাইল নেম আর পেজ নেম which display the related information. এক্সাম্পল এই যে এখানে ফাইল নেম লেখা রয়েছে, এর লাস্টে একটা ফাইল নেম দেওয়া হয় লাইক http.banks.com একটা লগ ইন পাসওয়ার্ড HTML. The above URL consists protocol, ঠিক আছে, http, host computer name www, domain name bank, domain type .com, path হচ্ছে লগ ইন দেওয়া হয়েছে and file name password HTML. Elements of absolute and relative URL. An absolute URL is independent of free from any relationship. It specifies the exact location of a file or directory on the internet. When you see an absolute URL, you target a particular file. Thus, each absolute URL is unique, which means that if two URLs are identical, they point to the same file. These URLs are always preferred as help in website maintenance. Moreover, it is easy to transfer a website from one domain name to another. You need not to update each link on each page. For example, developers images hardware.gif. So এটা হচ্ছে absolute and relative URL. In above URL specifies an image file hardware. এই হার্ডওয়্যার ফাইলটা এই ইমেজ সেটা বোঝাচ্ছে। ইট ইজ লোকেটেড অন ইমেজ ডাইরেক্টরি আন্ডার ডোমেন নেম। এটা ইমেজ ডিরেক্টরিকে লোকেট করছে অ্যান্ড দ্য আন্ডার ডোমেন নেম developers.com। এই ডোমেনটার আন্ডারে এইটা ইমেজ ফাইল এই হার্ডওয়্যার জিআইএফটা লোকেট করছে। ইফ উই ওয়ান্ট টু ইনক্লুড ইমেজ ফাইল হার্ডওয়্যার জিআইএফ স্টোর ইন দ্য ইমেজ ডিরেক্টরি অফ www.developers.com.domain অন দিস পেজ, তাহলে কী করে খুঁজতে হবে? ইউজিং অ্যান অ্যাবস্ট্রাক্ট ইউআরএল লাইক ইমেজ, এই থার্ড ব্র্যাকেটের মধ্যে ইমেজ ট্যাগ দিলাম, দেন এটা ফলো করে এটাকে ইমেজ src, দিস ইজ আ ট্যাগ, দেন http /developers.com/image, মানে এটা হচ্ছে পাথ, এটা হচ্ছে ফাইল নেম, অ্যান্ড এটা হচ্ছে তার এক্সটেনশন দিয়ে আমরা হাইটটা দিয়ে দিলাম। A relative URL is targeted to a file or directory in relation to the present file or directory. If the website has several sections and the files and web pages for each section have been segregated into different directories, this helps in keeping things organized and uncluttered on the website. The relative URLs are shorter than absolute URLs, and hence the file size of the web page would reduce. If you use your former, use the former. For example, if you want to include the image file hardware GIF stored in the images directory of developer domain on this page using an absolute URL, the image tag for this image display will be follows as using relative URL img এটা দিয়ে then tag দিতে হবে image দিয়ে এটা। Now let's come to protocols. So what is protocol? When we have to communicate with anyone, then we need to follow the same language so the communication can be done in an effective manner. In the same way, whenever there is need to exchange data or information among different or same type of networks on the internet, they need to follow same set of rules. The internet is based on the many layers of information, where each layer is dedicated to a different kind of documentation. These different layers are called protocols. A protocol is a set of rules. A protocol is a set of rules that governs the communication between the computers on a network. They exist at several levels in the telecommunication. So protocol কি তাহলে? প্রোটোকল হচ্ছে একটা রুল যেটা বিভিন্ন কম্পিউটারের মধ্যে কানেকশন এস্টাবলিশ করে। The most popular protocols used on internet are World Wide Web, FTP, Telnet, Go for Space, instant messaging, and email. So let's come to types of protocols. TCP/IP. So what is TCP/IP? Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol is the basic point-to-point, meaning each communication is from one point, that is host computer, in the network to another point or host computer communication protocol on the internet. It is used as a communication protocol in all types of network. When you are connected to the internet, your computer provides you a copy of TCP/IP program when you need to send messages to or get information from the other computer. TCP/IP is a two-layer protocol. The top layer is TCP/IP Transmission Control Protocol, manages the assembling of a message or file divided into smaller packets that are transmitted over the internet and received by a TCP that resembles the packets into an original message on the destination computer. The lower layer, that is Internet Protocol, handles the address part. Okay, it handles the address part of each packet so that it gets to the right destination. Each gateway computer on the network checks for the address to forward the message. Some packets from the same message are routed differently than others, but they are resembled as the destination. Now let's come to the second point, HTTP, which stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is a set of standards that allows users of the World Wide Web to exchange information found on the web pages on internet. HTTP defines how messages are formatted and transmitted, and what actions web servers and browsers should take in response to various commands. Today's modern browsers no longer require HTTP in front of the URL since it is a default method of communication, but it is still used in browsers because of the need to access other protocols such as FTP through the browser. The HTTP provides a standard for web browsers and servers to communicate. Then comes the File Transfer Protocol, FTP. It is a standard protocol used on the network to transfer the files from one host computer to another host computer using a TCP based network such as internet. FTP uses separate control and data connections between the client and the server. To use FTP server, users need to authenticate themselves using a sign-in protocol. Using a username and a password, but can connect anonymously if the server is configured to allow it. For secure transmission, the data encrypts, that is hides the username and password, and even encrypts the contents using SSL. To transfer files with FTP, use a program often called client. This is client. An FTP client program initiates a connection to the remote computer running FTP server software. After the connection is established, the client can choose to send or receive files. To connect to an FTP server, a client requires a username and password as set on the server. Many FTP servers use a surname as anonymous. Using FTP, you can also update, delete, that is rename, move, copy, etc. files at a server. So you can update the files in many ways. You need to log on to an FTP server. Okay, then however the publicly available files are easily accessed using anonymous FTP. So using FTP, TCP/IP works on the same way as HTTP, used for transferring web pages from a server to a user's browser. FTP sites are heavily used and require several attempts before connecting. To use a web browser to connect to an FTP site, where you normally enter a URL as follows: ftp//username at ftp.site.name/। সো এই ভিডিওটা এই অবধি, দেখা হচ্ছে পরের ভিডিওতে। থ্যাংক ইউ, কিপ লার্নিং।